Hey, how's it going, everybody? Yugioh here, and I'm here with another episode of Monday's Review. So, this time we'll be going over the new War God Archetype. It's an archetype I fell in love with. I've been testing this stuff on Pro, and it's been so much fun using. And you should have to go try these guys out, because they are a lot of fun. There's not a lot of spell support for them right now. They got a lot of monsters, but at the same time, it's a brand new archetype, so you can't be too nitpicky on what you want to use, what you don't want to use. And I feel like each of these monsters has a certain use to them that is really, really helpful. So, let's get started with War God Yamato, which is a light monster. Now, all these guys are light monsters, so honest abuse! Awesome! So, and of course their name's going to be changed because, you know, when has anything enter the TCG had a God in their name? Which, I don't know why they remove them, but if you are just so offended by having God in a children's card game, you need to get that stick out of your fucking ass. This hands down. Anyway, War God Yamato. As level 4, 1800 attack, 200 defense. Damn, why couldn't you be fire? Oh my god, I want more Kenobis. This is me personally. I love that card to death. But once per turn during your end phase, you can add one War God monster from your deck to your hand and send one card from your hand to the graveyard. You can only control one face of War God Yamato. So it's basically like Grandmaster, you know, where you can only control like one Grandmaster at the same time and stuff like that. But Yamato has a lot of good uses going for him right now. The fact that you add first and then you send means you can just add a card and then you just send the same card to the graveyard, which is really nice. Now, if you're playing on Pro, I know Yugioh Pro has this problem. I don't know about Dev Pro, because I always have problems with Dev Pro. I'm really on that one, because it never works for me. And I'm not saying it, I'm saying it just never wants to come up for me half the time. But on Yugioh Pro, it doesn't do it at the end phase. You have to activate it during your main phase 1 or main phase 2 to use the effect to add and then send. So, that's an error that need to fix. So if you're playing on Pro, like I said, I don't know if Dev Pro has the same problem or not, but just remember, because if you remember from the duel I uploaded yesterday, I had problems with that. I even said it, I had problems with that, which was really, really stupid. So, anyway, Yamato is a key card in the deck. He sets up a lot of plays. One such plays is the next card, War God Vessel Murakumo. I think this thing looks like a freaking badass, man. I love his artwork. I don't know why. It's like a freaking sword coming from his. And he's a vessel. Like, he's a vessel. So, you know, I can't think of the word now. I can't think of the terminology. But screw it. This is a card game. Who needs terminologies in card games? Is a beast. Level 4, 1600 attack, 900 defense. If you control a War God Beast Warrior type, now Beast Warrior, not just War Gods. I've screwed up a couple times thinking it's just War Gods. It has to be Beast Warrior type monsters. You can banish this card from your graveyard to target one face-up card your opponent controls and destroy that target. You can only use this effect once per turn. So I'm glad they made it once per turn because, geez, just think you go, okay, banish, 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 pop, 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 I win. You know, just think of how many stupid shenanigans you can do with Murakumo. You know, it's a really good card, and it's one of the things you can do with Yamato, which is, you know, add Murakumo to hand, then send Murakumo to the graveyard. That way, you have a Murakumo play next turn, assuming that Yamato lives. Also, his effect ends up for other plays, which I'll get to in a second. Next up is Hetsuka, War God Vessel Hetsuka, which I think is just what is he exactly? Because I can tell this thing is like a horse thing. No, it looks like a horse. I don't exactly know what this looks like. A god, an actual god. Hetsuka looks like a turtle. You know, it's part of the Turtle Club. But anyway, it's a beast, level 4, 1700 attack, 1200 defense. During either player's turn, when a face-up War God monster you control is targeted by a card effect, you can banish this card from your graveyard, negate that effect. This is a really, really nice card. This will protect you from Deep Prison, Compulse, you know, Forbidden Lances, since Lances target, protect you from Chaos Sorcerer, BLS, if they use their effects to banish. This will not protect you from Catastrophe, because Catastrophe doesn't target, I don't give a shit. You know, but this will protect you from targeting effects. It's really nice. Since Compulse is being played a lot more, it will protect you from that. It's a really, really nice card to have. So, it being 700 attack is really not that bad. It's really not that bad of a card. And just more of these are Beast Warriors, so Murakumo has more abuse. Next up we have War God Vessel, Taruta! Taruta! So, it's a beast, level 4, 1100 attack, 2000 defense. It's a very good first turn set. Other face-up beast, beast warrior, and winged beast type monsters you control cannot be destroyed by battle. This card only, like, its biggest use for me is the fact that it's a 2000 defense first turn set. That's really nice, so it can kind of protect you for the first turn, then you can go for other XC plays. It's really the only use I can see for Taruta. Next up we have War God Vessel, Habakiri, which is a winged beast, level 4, 1600 attack, 300 defense. During damage calculation, when a War God Beast Warrior type monster you control battles, you can send this card from your hand to the graveyard. The original attack of your battling monster is doubled during damage calculation only. Thank God it's not, like, till the end of the battle phase type of thing, because, oh dear God, that would be so busted. Because the only other one that's in the main deck that's the Beast Warrior is Yamato, and he'll go up to 3600 attack. 3600 attack! That is crazy! And the thing it keeps it from stacking is the fact that it does original attack. So if you stack 2 Yamato, it would still be at 3600 because it doubles the original attack of Yamato, which is original attack is 1800 and goes up to 3600 because of the first one. So it really won't do anything if you stack them. So I like the fact that they did that, because just think if you could double attack, you just pop 3 down with Yamato. Oh dear God, 8, like what the hell? That would be completely and utterly stupid. Just go like 3600 times 2, then times 2 again. It's like that would be completely stupid, like instant OTK. But again, I wish there was more Beast Warriors, which I hope Konami, if you're going to bring out more support for War Gods, if you want to improve it, you have to bring out more Beast Warriors for these guys, for more Habakiri abuse and Murakumo abuse. I'm just saying, we need more of that for these two cards to get some major abuse in with the Archetype. But other than that, this is a damn good solid card, and it is a fantastic card. Next up, we have War God Vessel, Orochi! Yeah, Orochi! But he's not a dragon, he's a winged beast. But he looks like a dragon, so yay, Okami reference! I'm just saying that because I love Okami. I haven't played that game in a little while. I need to find my game and play it again. I love Okami. Anyway, level 4, 1700 attack, 500 defense. It is a winged beast. During your main phase 1, you can send this card from your hand to the graveyard to target one War God monster you control. That target can attack your opponent directly this turn. This is a fantastic and very, very handy card. The fact that you can now attack directly from one card is automatically good. Especially with the Exceed, and combine that with a Habakiri. Oh, hi, I can attack it directly, drop a Habakiri, now my attack is doubled. Alright, like me now. It's a great way to get into some free damage or get the win, because I don't know how many times my opponent's been down low in life and they just have a big powerful monster I can't get over. Well, Orochi here will help with that. Discard him, choose a monster, attack directly, and possibly win the game. It helps you so much. It really does. You should be playing 3 of this thing. It's got 1700 attack. It's a light. Hi, Honest, how you doing? So, it really is a fantastic card to use in the deck, because it'll get you some free, cheap damage in. Now for the Exceed is War God Emperor Susanoo! Yes, he is the ultimate warrior, the greatest warrior ever! Susanoo! Yeah! If anybody's played Okami, you would know why this guy is the best Exceed ever, because he is the War God Emperor Susanoo, the greatest warrior ever. He's a Beast Warrior, rank 4, 2400 attack, 600 defense, requiring 2 level 4 War God monsters. This card can attack all monsters your opponent controls once each. I remember another guy that did that. Oh yeah, I think it was Wild Edge. He had 2600 attack. That was some crazy shit. Once per turn, you can attach one material from this card to either add one War God monster from your deck to the hand, or send one War God monster from your deck to the graveyard. You can only control one face of War God Emperor Susano at the same time. So this is a fantastic card for the deck. Because not only is he a searcher, but he can also send to the graveyard, so he sets up a lot of plays. This guy can add your Habikiri to the hand, which is, oh hi, a free honest. This guy can send your Murakuma or Hetsuka to the graveyard for their added effects. And since it's Beast Warrior, you can send a Murakumo to the graveyard and pop something with Murakumo. There's a lot of things you can do with Susano here that makes him a fantastic card. But I want to make another note. There's another mistake on Pro. If you're playing on Pro, you'll get the asked to either select the effect or end phase. There's another mistake on Pro, so you have to be careful. But you just have to remember, and there's another one that this will happen to, is that the first one is add to your hand, and the second one is send to the graveyard. That's all you have to remember, is first one's to hand, second one to grave. I know it can be a little confusing, and I hope they really fix that fast, because, oh dear God, was that confusing. I was just going, like, what the fuck? Like, what? Well, I didn't know what it was asking me, so they need to fix that fast. But other than that, this is a fantastic Exceed for the deck. It is a really good Exceed, and I really hope they bring up more Exceeds for the War Gods, because oh dear God, this is awesome. And they need to put Ami in there. You have Orochi, you have Susano, bring in Ami! Oh dear God. Next is War God Advent, which is a normal spell card, of course, for the War Gods. I love the artwork on this. If your opponent controls a monster and you control no monsters, target one War God monster in your graveyard and one of your banished War God monsters. Special summon both those targets. They cannot be used as Exceed materials for an Exceed summon except the Exceed summon of a Beast, Beast Warrior, or Winged Beast type monster. So basically, this is great for your Hatsuka and Murakumo. These two cards allow you to use War God Advent to a very, very good use. That's not what I was going for in terms of wording, but let's roll with it. This opens up a lot of plays. Sure, seems like you're limited in your options for Beast, Beast Warrior, and Winged Beast type monsters, because, you know, one thing you have your greatest warrior ever, Susano, you can go into, but you also do have your Dire Wolf, and you have Constello Omega, which is a Beast Warrior, which I did not know was a Beast Warrior until I was on Pro. I used this, and it's like, wait, Omega? He's a Beast Warrior? Holy shit, that is awesome, man! I did not know he was a Beast Warrior. So you have other options. I'm sure there's other Winged Beast Warriors I'm not thinking of. The Sub-Zero Siren is not an option because she's not generic. At least in my opinion, she's not really generic. She's not really useful in this particular deck. But you have other options for War God Advent, so you might want to stock up on some Beast Warrior, Winged Beast type Exceeds, and if you're using the War God Advent. But in my opinion, just Susano plus Omega will do in terms of Exceeds for the War God Advent. So it's a fantastic card, and it really is an awesome card. Next up, we have Sword Manifesting War God. There's a normal trap card that activates one of these effects. Target one War God monster in your graveyard and add that target to your hand. Target one of your banished War God monsters, return that target to the graveyard. This is a fantastic trap card for the deck. Now, on Pro, this is the other card that has mistakes. It will ask you some random shit. I forgot what the first one was, but I know the second one is like question mark, question mark, question mark. So for this one, just remember, just like Susano, the first one is add from graveyard to hand. The second one is send from banish to the graveyard. Just remember that, and you'll be fine. So, how is this card useful? I can add Habikiri back to my hand, I can add Orochi back to my hand, I can put Hetsuka and Murakumo back to my graveyard to reuse their effects. It's a great chainable card, so you want to blind and misteam me, I get to chain this, and I get to do shenanigans with this. This is a fantastic card for the Archetype, and I really think that you should be playing this at least at 2, maybe 3 if you so wish, but at least 2 for the Archetype's sake, because it really does come in handy and will really help out the deck. So, finally, we have War God End. Should be one Beast Warrior type War God monster, then target one War God monster in your graveyard with a different name than the tributed monster, special summon that target. Now, this is a good card, but in my opinion, it's kind of not as useful right now, since there's only 2 Beast Warrior War God monsters, Yamato and Susano. So, it's not going to be as useful as, let's say, the Sword Manifest, but it's still a good card nonetheless. I feel that right now it's not all that useful, but if they were to bring more support, which I'm sure they will bring more support to the War Gods, how much more support? Only time would tell, but when they do, because you know they're going to bring more support, they need to bring more Beast Warriors in, especially for the main deck, so War God can become more useful and not as situational as it is right now. Because right now, it's situational effect. It's not as good as it could be. It's kind of hindered by the fact that there's only 2 Beast Warriors. So, I'm kind of sad about that. But I'm sure it will become a very useful card in the near future. If it's just said Beast Warrior types, instead of War Gods, and you get Special War God, then dear God, this thing would be too good. But they need to bring more War God Beast Warriors before this card can become any use to the deck right now. But it's still a good card. I'm not saying it's a bad card. It's just not useful right now. So anyway, that was the War God Archetype. An archetype that I'm liking a lot. I see it has a lot of potential to become a top tier deck. How high in the tiers? I don't know. Only time would tell. But give me your thoughts on the War God Archetype in the comment section below. What do you think this archetype needs in terms of support for the archetype? Not like indirect support. I'm talking about like direct support. Like monster-wise, spell and trap-wise, exceed-wise, just effect-wise in general. What do you think this archetype needs in order to become a top-tier deck? I think it needs more Beast Warriors, it needs a Searcher, it needs... Well, this thing is a Searcher, but it needs more Beast Warriors for this to become a force to be reckoned with. Right now, it's a good deck, it's a fun deck. I just think it needs a little bit more of a push before it can really become a threatening deck, at least in my opinion. But nonetheless, it's an archetype you should go try out on any of the pros, YGO Pro, Dev Pro, or Dawn New Era. You should try this archetype out because I'm sure you will have some fun, and I'm sure you can come up with some crazy shenanigans on how to make this deck busted. As I'm sure there's people out there who know how to break this deck. So anyway, give me your thoughts on this in the comment section below, and comment, rate, subscribe, and bye.